Okay, everybody, it's time to vote for the king. Vote for the king. You can't vote for a king. You know what I mean. Stephen King. Stephen King books. Voting for the next Stephen King book I'm going to read. So this is the second time I've done it. So the first time, I put up 3 books, and you guys overwhelmingly suggested The Long Walk, and it was really good. So that was awesome. So this is the second time I'm doing this. The idea is that I'm going to be going through the books I haven't read out of my very large Stephen King collection this way, so that a bit interactive, bit fun, and it will force me to keep going and get through these books that I haven't read yet. Some of them I've had for quite a while. But so far, this is a big statement. So far, I haven't met a Stephen King book I didn't like. There are some I haven't read yet that a lot of people don't like. So that is true. And I have avoided them a little bit. I've avoided Insomnia. What else was there? There's a few others that I've not read that haven't had a great reception. And I get very mixed opinions about Under the Dome. Some people love it. Some people really don't like it. Some people love it until the end. So I am going to read that at some point. But I've chosen some books that, 2 of which I'm trying to keep in the period of the Paperbacks from Hell remit, just as a tribute in honour, or if you like, of Garb August, as this is coming out in August. And then I've got another one that's another one of his crime ones, which also seems a bit Garb Augusty because it's done under a pseudonym. So, watch this. Let me know below which one out of these 3 books you think I should read next. These aren't necessarily the next books I read, but the next Stephen King books I read, right? So, the first one for this little batch, The Dark Half. So, you can just about make out this very clever title, The Dark Half. But it's very hard to see. I remember when I saw it in the shop, I was like, well, what book's this? Oh, Jim Jam. So, yeah, The Dark Half, which I know was written while he was trying to deal with addiction and stuff. So I'm sure it's got some autobiographical motivation. But, yeah, I think this is quite a popular one. So if you think I should read this one, let me know. The next one is a little bit different. Until recently, when he wrote Fairy Tale, this was a little bit putting its head above the parapet as a slightly different kind of Stephen King book. Eyes of the Dragon, a fantasy book that he wrote for his son. So he literally wrote it for Owen, his son, and he's obviously a very grown-up man now. But this came out, so that last one came out in 1989, this came out in 1987, and lots of people like it. I am definitely intrigued. I read fantasy anyway, so I'd love to know what this was like. But let me know if you think this should be next. Eyes of the Dragon. And then the other one to pick from is a Richard Bachman book. So Richard Bachman was the name that Stephen King used as a pseudonym for a couple of his notorious ones as well. But this is a crime one called Blaze. So I like his crime stuff. I think he's a very good crime writer. And Blaze is the third option. This is actually quite recent. So he went back to the Richard Bachman name well after he'd got very successful as Stephen King and didn't necessarily need a pseudonym. So clearly he wanted to do this because he felt like it suited the Richard Bachman name. So, yeah, it's 2007, I think. Let's have a look, see if I can absolutely... Yeah, 2007. Yeah, I was right. 2007. So 2000s Stephen King. I like some of his most recent stuff. This is kind of before that little batch of recent stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure how much I've read in the early 2000s. I'll have a look at some of the stuff I've read, see if it's that time or not. But yeah, Blaze, crime book by Stephen King under the name Richard Bachman. So, yeah, which of these 3 do you think I should read? Blaze, Eyes of the Dragon, or probably the most famous of the 3, The Dark Half. Let me know below. And thanks loads for watching. There he is. Look. Hey. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please vote below and stay curious, everyone.